Houston, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Mustangs will kick off first, and here we go. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. He might want another play. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
On first down, it's Brown again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into. And there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Handoff for Brown. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for room, it's Smothers. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Finding some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. formations. Here's the give off the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Brown to begin the drive.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might be calling a hot route. Arch is going to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find him.
Could be an alley. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Texas. He would not be denied.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point is good. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that Florenfeld? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
He's got it down the middle, and they're able to get him down.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To throw, Manning. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
A give to Brown. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Arch Madness. Got the quick pass. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Caught. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Throws to the tight end. And after the big gain, the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught, and he's got room. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone.
27, SMU, 0. Number 96, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after his return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. This quarterback part of their running game. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21.
Booster, booster!
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And this is a really important series. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Might be changing the route. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks up the first down. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. He unleashes a long one. Upstairs to make the catch. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's Arch to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Pocket breaking down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air. It's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And down he goes. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 5 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hale. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs, he's got it. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Mustangs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Hale. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
It's complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Handoff for Brown. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They want a little extra time to think over this third and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A booming punt, and it's headed toward the sideline. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Texas. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown. Man, they don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their second fumble return for a touchdown today.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. The Mustangs in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Safe completion on the screen. On the move at the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
Rush is on him. Looking left. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Manning firing toward the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
To throw, it's Manning. He'll take a shot. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorns!
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game one. Blowout win looking like in game two. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hauls in the deep ball. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. The 20. Touchdown, Mustangs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Throwing Manning. He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I'm not surprised by the decision-making of this QB. Like, I would go there, too. Like, he's been the go-to guy, man. He's already got 2 touchdown passes on the day. So I'm going to take shots because I believe in my wide receiver. Sometimes it's not going to come home, and it didn't on that play. Tip your cap to the defense, but I got a feeling that's not the last ball he'll throw his way.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A give to Brown. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The offense changing the play. Manning from the gun on third down. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Shoots it to the left. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
That pass is incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Arch is going to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He wants to change this route. Fourth down, Manning. Fires to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Looking down the middle. Over the middle, it's Smith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get line.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their...
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Leaves it with the back. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Trying to pound it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now, late, is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for space, it's Smothers. Still on his feet at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. Motion from the back. They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.